podcast legend killers, or as we were saying off air, the eardrum legend killers. I don't know. Alright, so this is take 2. Hopefully this all works. Alright. I welcome you with my co-host, Mr. Rich Swanathan Scare.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Let's get ready to rumble, baby.
Alright. So remember, guys, don't rush. Let's see here. Alright, so the topic of this podcast is 10 rematches we want to see in... Alright, the topic of this podcast is 10 rematches we would like to see. So, John, let's begin with number 10. What is your number 10?
My number 10 is Trish Stratus versus Mickie James one more time. I don't know what Trish has been doing, you know. I like Mickie James. I like Trish Stratus. They had some good matches. And I know they still move like they're really young, both of them. So I think they could have one more classic to end it off.
I think that's a fine choice, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I think they both have it in them to have a really good match.
And they had good chemistry, so.
Alright, number 10, and this is the match that kind of gave me this idea, because I was watching it, I think yesterday, actually. And, number 10 is Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. And I think that, like, if you give us this match one more time, and especially because it was teased within, I think last year, because there was some sort of a battle royal with Randy Orton giving a promo package on, like, I want to face Brock Lesnar because I've unfinished business with him. I remember Twitter was going crazy about it, and everybody wanted to see this rematch. And I think, personally, if you build this match again, yeah, I would like to see it again. That's just me. Alright, so your number 9, John?
My number 9 is Edge versus Jeff Hardy. Edge is back. And Jeff Hardy's there. They had a good feud, especially over the title, the WWE Championship and stuff. I think they had some great matches. I wouldn't mind seeing one more. Edge is in the best shape. He looks really good right now. And Jeff still moves like he's young. Just hope he doesn't injure himself for a third time.
That's fair.
One more time, you know. I like them together. They're very good facing each other. They faced each other for a lot of years. Freaking since Attitude Era. So they could have one more. I wouldn't mind.
Nice. Alright, number 9 for me is, this was a match that I thought was really fun, and this was back when John Cena was doing his US Open challenges. And the thing about it is, I like matches with definitive finishes. And, excuse me, 1 second.
Well, he's gone. We're going to talk more about poop. And talking to you, all you 2 viewers out there. And that means I'm talking to myself because I watched this video as well. To give Eddy Lynch a view. But, yeah. I also want to see Elvis Presley versus what's his name? Freaking Honky Tonk Man. Let me see. Let's see, we'll go back to mine with Edge versus Jeff Hardy. It's a good, I like them together, or facing each other, not together. Both, basically, actually, any Hardy boy actually had a good feud with Edge. Let's see when Jeff returned and faced him for the world title, and then actually ended up winning the WWE Championship off of him. but except that was with Triple H as well. But Edge took that swanton and made him a champion. Made him feel like a freaking made him look pretty good. He had a couple good classics. I really like that one at Armageddon though. I also like the one at I forgot what. There was a ladder match at. I think it was Extreme Rules. That one was really good. Him versus Jeff Hardy and Edge. I think those are good, like solo one. Eddy Lynch, I cannot hear you. That's the I remember that one too.
Hello?
Yeah. I was going more in depth of Jeff and Edge.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go on.
I was saying my favorite one was the Extreme Rules match with for the heavyweight belt. That was a ladder match. That one was pretty good. So if they have another one, just don't do an hour match, Edge. Don't do it. Just do 15 minutes, 20 minutes at max. That's all you gotta do, man.
Yeah, I agree. That was way too long. That Last Man Standing.
Even Cornette hated that one.
Cornette hates everything.
He does hate everything.
But I don't blame him on this one. Yeah, it is.
He did like the Boneyard match though.
That's good, yeah. Yeah. But I'm not surprised he didn't like the Firefly Funhouse. I was kind of expecting that.
He hated that one.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so my number 9. I have... okay, so this was from one of John Cena's U.S. Open challenges, and it wasn't a finished match. It turned into a 6-man, which I thought was really lame. And I really like this match because I thought it was fun, and I want to see it again. And this is John Cena versus Xavier Woods. You know, it doesn't have to be for the U.S. title. It doesn't have to be for anything. It's just a rematch between them, a fun match. Give them 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't care. Just give them a good match because I want to see it again, personally. And I want to see who would come out winner. Now, I'm sure in today's world, John Cena would probably lose because that's what he's been doing for the remainder of his career. But even still, like, I don't care. I just want to see a fun match between these two. I think it'd be a hell of a match to watch. Back to you, John.
Speaking of Cena, I would like to see Daniel Bryan versus Cena again.
Woohoo! Yes! I want to see that one, actually.
I love that SummerSlam match. And I think they could steal the show once again. They have really good chemistry. Cena has really good chemistry with smaller, faster guys. I don't know. It's just they work well together. And I think having one more match, Daniel Bryan he's really good right now. He's still really good. But and still is John Cena. I think before Cena retires, I think Daniel and Cena should have one more time.
Yeah, I agree because they do have a lot of good chemistry. Alright. So for my number 8, right? That's where we're at, number 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Charlotte versus Trish Stratus. I love their first match, and I think to see them do it again, I would love it, because honestly, like, the build for that first one was so good, and their match was so back and forth, and they had a lot of really beautiful sequences. And there was one where, like, Trish was going for the Stratosphere, and then Charlotte counters into a powerbomb, and then Trish counters that counter into a Stratosphere, and it was really good. I would definitely love to see them go at it again, and hey, maybe at WrestleMania too. Yeah, I think they did. I think they're like hella. They have hella chemistry together. Number 7, John.
Actually, is this 6?
No.
Let's see how many we've done.
We were at number 8 because I did the
7. Okay,
yeah.
so AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. I was robbed of my Survivor Series rematch.
Hey.
No, Daniel Bryan versus Brock was really good, no doubt about it. But
yeah.
I freaking wanted to see AJ Styles go against Brock one more time. That was the best match on that card.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I thought freaking AJ Styles was actually gonna beat him. I don't know how they made it believable. They made it great. Seeing Brock handle AJ was really good, but not too much. And then AJ getting the upper hand and actually becoming a little technical and stuff, and a lot of high flying and working. Like he really worked around Brock, you know, like going for the legs and yeah, like really just going for the legs and stuff, and you know, just Brock being like a powerhouse, just getting him, and they just worked really well together. And it was a little bit longer than Brock's usual matches, which was nice, because he can work a longer match if it's with the right person. And I was so excited to see it again, but they changed plans, so I wanted one more time. That was really good.
Yo, that match, easily match of the night. I have to agree with John on that one. Like, shit, I can watch. That's a match I can watch 5 times over and still not get tired of. Like, that's how good that match was. And my number 7. This is a match that I thought was really good on SmackDown. I was delighted when I got it, and I want to see it one more time. Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan. That shit was a technical masterpiece. There was so much good action, so much good that right there, you know, for the people who weren't fully aware of NXT, you know, the casuals who didn't watch NXT and the casuals who didn't really know who Adam Cole was, that was a star-making performance. That was amazing for Adam Cole. To sit there and watch Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan, like, just go at it, and like 2 gladiators who just know exactly what they're doing, right? And then even the commentary. This was so opposite of Edge versus Randy Orton, because in that match, the commentary was so dead. We both made a mention of it. It was so dead. It just looked like they were, yeah. But Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan, everybody was excited. Everybody sat there and watched it, and we were all just like on our feet. The crowd was on their feet. Everything just screamed. Everything just screamed an amazing match. And if you haven't seen it before, you guys should watch it. Like, that's just how it is. That's just how good Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan was.
Is it me next?
Oh, yeah. Back to you, John.
I would like to see Becky versus Charlotte. Those little matches they had recently, like especially the one at Evolution for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I thought that one was really good. I think it was their SummerSlam match with Carmelo, even though it was mostly Becky versus Charlotte the whole time, with Carmelo kind of just hanging out in the back. That was really good, but I really liked that Evolution one. I don't even know why that wasn't main event. That was way better than Ronda versus Nikki Bella, the 2 people I cared least about in women's wrestling. So having them not main event was a mistake. The crowd was stoked for it, like just the people, the reactions. Their Hell in the Cell match wasn't like. It was good but weird ending. I would like to see, and even the WrestleMania match was pretty good, but I would like to see just them again. You know, no Ronda, no nothing, just those two again, going all out, because they look like they want to beat each other up when they freaking fight.
Yeah, and I agree, because your number 6 is my number 6. I have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I love their classic matches. Every single time I watch their matches, I like be on the edge of my seat, because they have such good chemistry together. They know how to like story tell. I remember one podcast we were doing. We literally did a podcast just because I wanted to review that match, and it was some match on a SmackDown. It was really good. And back-to-back years, they had really good matches, too. There was one SmackDown in July of 2017 that I'll, like, never forget, because it was integral to giving Becky Lynch her momentum back. And then there was another SmackDown in 2018 that was also still really good, you know? I would have given the slighter edge to the 2017 match. But, like, every single thing about these two has been non-stop. Like, it's been consistently good. Every match just does better than the next one, or every other match has something new and fresh to the table. And the one thing that I like about this is that there has always been consistent booking with Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And now I know that might sound a little weird, but hear me out. Ever since Becky Lynch and Charlotte debuted together, Charlotte has always been the main woman, and Becky's always been the sidekick. However, when you would see these two wrestle in a match together, the very first match on the main roster, Becky Lynch won, and Charlotte attacked her, and that's when Charlotte turned heel. But then, after that, they had a Royal Rumble match. Charlotte basically beat Becky off of a technicality, but Becky had her beat. And then, not only that, you go afterwards. You know, every single time you've seen Charlotte beat Becky, it's always been off of a distraction. It's always been off of something. She had yet to beat Becky clean. And then going into 2017, 2018, every single time you see these two face off, Becky beats Charlotte clean. And it's just been good, consistent storytelling. And their storylines, I've always enjoyed them. Their matches have always been fun. And if you put these two in another match, listen, I know some people are okay if they never see a Becky-Charlotte match again. But I'm telling you, if this match were to happen again, people would get excited because it's an exciting match. And most certainly, everybody, it would steal the show. That's what I feel. I'm sorry. Back to you, John.
I got one more Cena match.
All right.
AJ Styles versus Cena.
What a fine choice indeed.
Two, like, classic matches. Even had a SmackDown match before Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Was really great.
Yep.
Those dudes just know how to. They have so much chemistry, and from someone just to like go into WWE and face John Cena and have so much like chemistry in a little amount of time is amazing. It's just they click in the ring. It's just their like styles work perfectly with each other, and I could go back and watch that SummerSlam match or the Royal Rumble match all the time. Sometimes I'm just bored and just doing some homework. Put on the AJ Styles match versus Cena. You could just watch it, but actually that doesn't help because I actually end up watching the match more than anything. But it's just something just great between them. I don't know why. It's just awesome. Especially when AJ was like cocky heel and Cena was like the big baby face, and AJ becoming like so excited that he beat Cena. Just was an awesome. They're just great together, and they've been kind of even. Like Cena wins some, AJ. I think Cena's won more, but I would maybe definitely have AJ come in and maybe tie it up or something, because that they could really steal the show at a WrestleMania for like the title, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
And it actually probably would be a really good one, since like, let's see if Cena wants to maybe become the 17-time champion and AJ is the WWE champion, and going into WrestleMania, that actually probably would be a really entertaining feud.
Yeah, and like, there's also a good unpredictability factor to it. Okay, so my number 5 is a John Cena match. And the person I'm picking is John Cena versus CM Punk. Now, I was back and forth between John Cena and CM Punk, or CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, and I even considered CM Punk versus The Rock. But out of the three, I think the person who has the most chemistry is John Cena. John Cena, here's the thing. John Cena is so adaptable to other wrestlers that his chemistry, you know, it's hard to imagine, you know, somebody so flexible like John Cena, and flexible in terms of styles and molding. And when you look at a John Cena CM Punk match, your eyes are glued to them because they mesh so well together, and they've had a number of classics. They had that one. Their last match was that one on Raw before WrestleMania, and if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that, because that one was a really good one. And that one was an amazingly good one. And if there was any match that I'd like to see CM Punk come back and wrestle again, it'd be that. Back to you, John.
Definitely, this one's just a recent one, but I would love to see a rematch: Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
Those had probably one of the best matches of WrestleMania, next to the Boneyard, and they were the best real match out of the whole nights, all the nights. They just had the most, like, it was like technical but very hard hitting as well. Definitely would love to see a rematch, hopefully with a crowd. And it would have been a lot better with a crowd, but it was a really good match for what it was. It was definitely the best actual like title match out of all the matches. I really did enjoy that one, and I think they really work well together, just because they're very similar, even though Rhea Ripley hates apparently when you call it similar, but they work well together. It's just no doubt about it, and would love to see it one more time.
Cool. I think that'd be a good match to look out for in the future. Alrighty, so for my number 4, I got also a recent one, and this is another one where like a rematch was teased but never given, and I want to see Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar for the world title again. And this time I want to see Samoa Joe make Brock pass out and win a world title. I would love to see that. You know, when I saw that first match, man, was that exciting. That Great Balls of Fire. It's a shame that match took place at a pay-per-view named Great Balls of Fire. You know? But I don't care. It was still a damn good match. Like, just two big gorillas of men going at it back and forth. And hell, Joe put Brock through a freaking table. That's just how badass Joe looked in that match. And it's a shame that, you know, Joe isn't being as used as he was just 2-3 years ago. But whenever he does come back to the ring, he should absolutely have another feud with Brock down the line. Back to you, John.
I know this one's a stretch, but if Edge could do it, maybe Christian could do it.
Oh, really?
And I would love to see Christian versus Orton in a real match, no kicking in the nuts match or anything. I want a real good match, because they do work well together, no doubt about it. Randy Orton and Christian. That's like one of the few Randy Orton feuds I actually really like. Was him versus Christian. And I think if they do it, I think it would be a really great match, and wouldn't mind seeing it one more time. And hopefully maybe Christian coming up on top legit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good choice. Number 3 for me is Schinsky Nakamura. We're going down to the bottom 3. So these are going to be good picks, I'm assuming. Schinsky Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Yo, if you guys didn't see their match at NXT TakeOver Dallas, you guys are missing out on a hell of a match. And if you bring the piece of art that they brought to NXT TakeOver Dallas onto a WrestleMania match, oh my god, fans would be delighted for hours. I mean, they would be raving about this, because it's like, these two are so talented and they're so good. Words just don't describe like how good they are. And the fact that they didn't even rehearse their match, they didn't even know each other. That was just their very first match impromptu. And they had a wonderful match that they had. Yo, the fact that I can't even speak right now should speak to how good their match was. Just I have no words. Really good. Alrighty, down to the top 2. John, what's your number 2?
Number 2 would be AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. I really did like the SmackDown match before Survivor Series. They had a really good match with a weird finish with the nut kicking, but the whole match was really good. People were divided, where they wanted to see Daniel be a champion again, and people still wanted to see AJ go on to face Brock. It was like the day before, 2 days before. So it was really... Oh, no, it was a week before, when it was still on Tuesday. And it was really anticipated. People wanted it, and people didn't know what was going to happen. And it was a really good match. The Royal Rumble match was pretty good. A lot of people didn't want to see it for some reason. People were really out of it for some reason. They were very just chanting, they don't care and stuff. Which, honestly... They have really good chemistry with each other. I don't know how they jump from that to that. But sometimes the crowd is just weird.
Yeah.
I would like to see it again, though. And I know they'll do a really good job, because they have very similar styles and stuff. Get it? Styles.
I hate you, John. Alright. My number 2 was his number 3. I want to see this man return one last time, and I would love to see it to be with this man, Randy. I'd like to see Christian come back and wrestle Randy Orton one more time. These two had wonderful chemistry. You know, as much as I hate that Christian lost his title to Randy Orton, I must say that match was amazing. Everything about that match was great. Even the finish. You know, for as much as I didn't like it, I loved the sequence, and I loved how beautifully Christian sold that RKO. But with this match, should we see it again, I would like to see Christian pick up the victory afterwards, because that, if we can go back and rewrite wrongs like Bray Wyatt did to John Cena, then I think absolutely this should be rewritten and Christian should win. And I'd like to see that match again. And Christian wins straight up. No low blows like John said. No bullshit. Because Christian's never had a clean pinfall victory over Randy Orton. Except for the one time in a triple threat, but he won off of a backslide. No. It should be a kill switch, 1, 2, 3. And that's all I want to see. I want to see a good-ass match between them. And Christian winning. Alrighty, drum roll please. We got number 1. John, what is your number 1?
My number 1. This one, I don't know, I didn't really put it at a ratings, I kind of think. But I would like to see Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar one more time. Done a little bit more right.
Yeah.
But that one match at Survivor Series was my favorite match at the show.
Mm-hmm.
I really did like that match. It was a weird story, but having Dominic come in and stuff, he did really great. He hit Brock hard with that damn chair. Even Brock was like, "Oh, dude," and I don't think, at least, usually Brock would hit back or something or be really stiff, but Dominic's pretty new and stuff. I probably gave him a good old pass. I won't fight. I won't kill you. Even Ray's face was like a shocked face. But it was honestly the best match of the night, in my opinion. I really wanted to see it. I just wanted to see what would happen, and it was very unpredictable, and I would love to see another unpredictable match one more time. I honestly would. They were, Ray, thought of ways to take down Brock, and of course Brock just being Brock, and at one point I thought Ray was actually going to win the damn thing.
Yeah, I'll say the same, because that match actually got me too. As soon as I saw the double 619 and the double frog splash, I was like, dude, this has to be it. But I was surprised. I was like, it was a damn good match.
That was hell of a match right there.
Yeah, and I'd love to see it again, because shit, that was just magic. Hell, I mean, no matter what, everyone praised that match. I saw Chris Jericho's post about that match praising Ray and Dominic. I saw so many things. It was a hell of a match. I agree with you, John. That's a good pick right there. All right, my number 1 is, I believe, I don't know what number pick it was for you, but my number 1 was AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Like John, I was robbed from my freaking rematch. Yo, I was so looking forward to watching that rematch, because when I saw it, I was like, when I heard AJ Styles cut the promo the night after that match, and he was like, Rocky wins in the second movie, I was like, oh shit, they're teasing another match. Hopefully they go somewhere with this. And then AJ Styles was still WWE champion. Brock Lesnar was still Universal champion. That means they're actually going through with another match. Brock Lesnar kicks out, right? And then so we lose AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. We end up getting Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, which I knew was still going to be as good, but my expectations kind of lowered, because I was like, I was kind of like, damn, I really wanted AJ. Suffice to say, I was amazed by Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. That was actually the very first match I showed to my girlfriend. Well, neither of us knew what to expect, and when we saw Daniel Bryan land on his neck off of a German suplex, we were both like, God damn. Me especially more, because I already know, us wrestling fans, John, you and I both know, what Daniel Bryan has been through, his concussions history. So seeing him to take and Brock Lesnar is no like pincushion. So to see like him take a German suplex, I'll bet you anything we were both like, God damn. But anyway, back to AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. That match was amazing. Everything about them, like going back and forth. I love the finish of AJ Styles going for that phenomenal forearm, getting countered into an F5. I loved, the calf crusher. Okay, there was 2 points. I saw Brock Lesnar take a phenomenal forearm, and then I saw a calf crusher. And both times I thought that was it, and I was like, I can't believe this is going to be it. I actually thought that. And they, like John said, it wasn't even supposed to be believable, but they managed to make it work somehow. And bamboozled I was, because I was like, for sure AJ's winning this, but Brock won, and I think that a rematch is definitely warranted in the near future. Alright, so that's going to do it for our top 10 list. Alrighty, if you guys have any suggestions for us, the viewers at home, feel free to message me on Instagram at podcast_legend_killers. And that's going to be it. Actually, I have a buy or sell of the week. And my question to you, John, you might be wondering, what are you talking about? Buy or sell? I have a buy or sell. So, buy or sell. Cinematic matches or matches with crowds? What do you prefer?
Matches with crowds.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy on the matches with crowds and sell on the cinematic matches as well. Yeah.
Just give the cinematic ones to Undertaker. That dude too old to be in the ring.
Yeah. I get
the
you.
Cinematic make him look pretty good.
Yeah.
You go and take the water break halfway through.
You know what though?
Slices.
Yeah. You know what though? I would like to see them have an in-ring match though. Just one time between AJ and Undertaker.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a coffin match.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, match recommendation of the week. What you got, John?
Watch AJ Styles versus Brock. That was a good match. We really, I think that's probably one of our favorites, if not our favorite off the list. So yeah, watch that one. It's great. You can watch it over and over again, I swear.
He swears, everyone. Alright, I'm gonna say the same thing. Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles Survivor Series. Great match, yo. You guys gotta check it out. If not, you're missing out. Hell, watch every single one of these matches that were on our top 10 list, because they were great matches. Alright. Well, that's gonna be it. Alright. Take care, everybody at home.
Yeah!